At Pin Oak, you're going to see lots and lots of insects, but our most favorite ones are the bees because they make some awesome honey. This is a bee on a roselle flower, and this is goldenrod covered in pollen for our bees. I don't know where the fireman's cap pollen is. It sure makes it look too hard to get. This is a sensitive plant, lots of pollen. This is an American basket flower. The next one is covered in ants, so I'm not sure the bees would be welcome, but this is in Kansas, so we don't have to worry about that. It says snow on the mountain. All right, not sure of this flower's name, but we can find it out. And same with this. This is in Kansas. The next flower is Bellis pervinus, which is one of the host plants for the monarch butterfly. This is ironweed or Missouri ironweed. It's beautiful. This is an American beautyberry. These are more American basket flowers. You can tell they've gone to seed. We have lots of seeds for later. This is a tea tree, and it's covered in bees when it blooms. This is an iris. It has pollen, not as much. This is a pomegranate flower, and they're covered at the bottom in pollen. This is a tubular flower, probably more enjoyed by hummingbirds. These are bluebonnets and fire spikes. This is an apple blossom. These are edible flowers called calendula. They were growing in our cafeteria garden. And the Johnny Jump Ups, violas, were also growing, also edible. More of our apple blossoms from the Dorset apple tree. This particular blossom is from a prickly pear. And these are strawberries. We definitely need our bees to pollinate them for us. Papayas have really big flowers. Pretty sure bees get in there. The columbine is covered in pollen. It's in the butterfly garden. And you see this is the beginning of our butterfly garden last year. This is a peach blossom. It's on the cafeteria gardens. These are narcissus, which are covered in the center, is covered in pollen. This is the broccoli after it's gone to flower, covered in pollen. This is a banana tree that fell over, so the kids really had a good time. And we cut the blossom in half to see what it looked like, and it smelled like a banana. A lot of times we make our flower arrangements, and bees would like those too. This is a English daisy, lots of pollen in the center there. These succulents and cacti don't have a lot of flowers right now, but they will eventually. This is a Belinda's Dream. Obviously, the bee loves that. I have not seen any bees on my lotus flower at home, but I thought I'd throw that in there, same coloration. And this is a passion vine. It's the host plant for the Gulf fritillary. These spiky plants have pollen at the tips. This is a type of magnolia blossom. And this is an actual pink dogwood. It's a huge tree. This is another type of apple that's from Wales. And these pink flowers are covered in pollen on the inside. I don't remember the name of them. This is a vineyard in Germany, and the bees are essential to make that into grapes. And more roses. And this is covered in pollen. These dahlias have the center covered in pollen. This is a rose in Germany. They like to grow them everywhere, and people don't seem to mind the bees. This is a blood lily, really cool. This is a Gloriosa Rothschildiana vine with the stamens there. This is a curcuma ginger. This is a Duchère rose. It's kind of hard to get pollen out of that one, I bet. These are more dahlias. They do have the pollen on the center. Another type of Asclepias. And these are a bunch of roses from our school garden and my garden. Now, do you think the bees would like these cupcakes? Those are covered in sugar. Probably not. But here's the bee again with the roselle blossom. Here's a beekeeper about 4 houses away from Pin Oak. She brought in a sleeve of bees for us to observe. in my classroom in 2018, and they were really amazing to watch. And the kids got to try some of the honey that she brought with her too. And the bees, this is called festooning. And here's when we talked about the bread and the honey.
Super important, especially in the middle of the summer. If you've ever been in a pool with a bunch of bees, they're thirsty. They're looking for water.
And just
They get
observe
water
how
for
they're
them.
moving
They won't
around.
mess with you in the pool.
And the bees
They
hang
do
together,
love the
they're
corn,
festooning
whatever
like
we do.
banners.
Yeah. And then they drown. Yeah.
Wait, do people eat honeycomb?
Yeah.
Of course, Haley. Have you never seen the ASMR videos?
It's really cool when you harvest honey. It's like,
There you go.